Yo, what's poppin', guys? Wanted to go ahead and drop a gameplay. This is going to be a Gauntlet game, and my opponent is busting out all of the glitches in this gameplay. Pretty much as sweaty as it can get in terms of college football and Madden, for that record. And, yeah, I mean, double pass out of Wildcat. I mean, I don't know who that player is, but he's got the best throwing animation in the entire game. He's getting screamed at, throws a dime. Pretty much looks like the Bowling Green punter slash quarterback that happened in the bowl game last night. But yeah, let's hop into the gameplay. This is going to be a full gameplay where I'm showing my off-meta offense and the defense, and you guys can kind of get a feel for this. So offensively, I am going to be in the gun deuce close formation. This is a formation that I absolutely love in Madden. Dropped a full ebook on this for Madden. Works pretty similar in NCAA. It actually works a little bit better to a degree. Not that I showcase it in the first play. We go ahead and take a sack. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can get something moving for the second play. And we're going to go ahead looking for a crosser. I got the backside zig underneath, got the running back streak out the backfield, which we hit. We're going to keep the chains moving, hopefully 3rd and 5. You see that I have a bunch of different ace personnels in this playbook. This playbook, I believe, is Charlotte, is the playbook that I was going with here. It's got a bunch of other good formations and plays, but ultimately, deuce close is the main one. It's got a couple other variations of things that I like. My opponent's trying to send A-gap blitzes out of the 3-3 stack formation, I believe, or 3-3 penny, whatever it's called in college football. But basically, it's an A-gap. You can get it sending 4 people, technically 3 if you user or spy the defensive end. So overall, I know I'm going to have to get the pressure out pretty quick, or I'm going to have to get the ball out pretty quick because the pressure will be coming in hot when he sends it. Now, when he has his linebackers back at this, linebacker depth, I don't really have to worry about it too much. I know that they can bring pressure, but generally it requires them sending 5 people plus a fake rush in order to get that blitz in. So I know that no matter what he's in, I should have a little bit of time to hit my read. And you can see I'm mixing it up. I love this play, corners and go. It's a staple of mine. I'm going to go with a stem down corner route. We're going to go with a drag and, inverted zig. And you can see we got nobody open here. I technically have the corner route, but I'm playing pretty safe. I got a stop on, or I haven't gotten a stop yet. So I don't really know where I'm going with the offense, right? Like, for whatever reason in college football 25, I tend to get really lax with my play calls. Here I try to highball over the linebacker. He's not having that. So he goes ahead and swats that down. So 3rd and 10. This drive has not been as easy as I would like. Here he goes to 3-4. Once again, a very popular meta blitz that he's going to run here. He's going to drop back into coverage, I believe, on this play. Yeah, so he ends up only sending the 4 people. We're going to go ahead. He ran cover 4. We're going to throw the touchdown. So defensively, I am in 3-3 odd or 3-3 over. It's 3-3 over in this game. And I pretty much can run a bunch of different plays. The main one that I run is going to be this cover 1 LB blitz. This has been a staple of mine for years, dating back to, I want to say Madden 10, where I ran this blitz over and over again. It was Madden 13 maybe? I don't remember. One of those Maddens. I'm aging myself, or I'm showing my age, I should say. And you guys can get a feel for how this blitz works. Now, I will say I have probably the best Michael Vick defense in the game because I'm going to send basically a 4-man rush, but he's not going to be able to escape. And one of the things that I do normally with this is I'll just zone out the right side of the screen because I know he can't easily escape rolling to the right. So I only have to really worry about him rolling to the left. That's the main weakness to Michael Vick compared to a lot of these other corner or quarterbacks that are in the game that are right-handed. For whatever reason, EA has still not figured out how to make left-handed quarterbacks not have a little hitch when they roll to the right. So as you can see, like this is a perfect example, right? I'm sending the looping A gap right up the middle. I've got a contain on the left, and then I'm just dropping off into coverage with the guy on the right side of the screen. So I can send this blitz, sending technically as little as 3 people. I can get the A gap to come in, but I really want to keep Vic in the pocket. I don't want to let him escape, and I know his only really easy pathway to escape is going to be to the left. So that's why you see the contain over there, and you see us dropping the zone coverage, the extra player into zone on the right. Here, absolutely bagged, as you see. And we're going to go ahead. We pretty much beat up Mike Vick on that play once we got him into passing situations. You got the looping A gap. That time, the defensive lineman, Sue, shed right there as well. And we go ahead and get a nice little stop. Now, here's going to be typical Rich fashion where I'm in full control of the game, right? I am, for whatever reason, pretty much brain dead, I think, at this point. Like, I just, for whatever reason, get a stop, get full control of the game, and then I start looking for bombs. Why? I don't know. Just something that since I started picking up this game again, I've started to notice about my play style is I tend to let people stay in the game when they have no business being in the game. And you're going to see that here again, right? I think if it's not this play, it's the next play or one of these next plays where I have a cover 3 bomb. I just mess up the pass lead, throw the pick right back to him. Like, it's a wide open throw. I just wait a split second, pass lead it to the right, and we have a touchdown. Instead, I pass lead it up, and we're right back in the scenario where, although I'm in control of the game at the moment, it is potentially, a one-score game. So here he comes and he tries to glitch me with the RPO. I'm in man coverage, plus I'm dropping a defender into that side. That time I actually usered it, so he had to, play the run, which he obviously did not want to do. Here he's running a lot of play action plays. As you can see, Mike Vick's got nowhere to go. Once again, that is because of the fact that he can't roll to the left. The game's bugged, so it's hard for him to roll right. And we're sending good pressure. I mean, you see you got 3 people right there just beating up Vic. So 3rd and 14, we're going to go ahead. He's in this doubles formation. Now, there you see the A-gap come in. Not that he had anything open anyway. And it's going to be 4th and 14. He's going to go ahead and punt this ball, and we get the stop that way. So back on offense here. I know I've got to kind of settle down. Like, I've got to play smart. This is Gauntlet. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's running a ton of meta stuff against me. And I was like, all right, cool. Let's get the ball into Reggie Bush's hands. Take advantage of the awful pursuit that is in this game with an outside zone. He's faster than every defender in the game. So I knew as long as I didn't get hit in the backfield, I was good. So we got that. Once again, he's in 3-4. I know he's going to be mixing up pinch. And when he does that, I know he's going to be looking to really send a lot of pressure. So I'm going to go ahead, audible over to the ace. This is the buck sweep. Really good run against this type of alignment. And you see we pick up, 6 yards right there. And I have to call that play every once in a while because I need them to understand that, I'm not always just going to run the touch pass, which is really the thing that I like doing against that look here. Once again, he's back in this. We're going to go ahead and audible to the PA fork play. I'm expecting him to be in pinch, which it looks like he is. So I should, in theory, have either the running back table route or the corner. I had the corner route, but got screamed at, so I end up dumping it down to the running back and picking up just a handful of yards. So it's 3rd and 1. Here, I believe I'm going to audible over to the ace formation. And yeah, so I flip my play because I want the jet touch pass going to the left. Now we're audibling over to the gun ace offset. And then this is going to give my opponent the ability to, not really stop this unless he gets a crazy shed. Here you see he's got really good user in terms of, pursuing it from the backside like that. And ultimately tackles me after only a gain of like 2 or 3 yards. So that's one of those plays where if he takes one misstep with his user, they could be a crib shot, especially against the pinch alignment of 3-4. So here he's back in the 3-3 stack, or 3-3, like I said, cub. I don't know what it's called in this game mode. 3-3 penny, whatever it is. But the idea, like I said, you can get a gap pressure loop, very similar to what I'm running, but it's not going to work against play action. And then what a lot of people will do with it is they'll move a player out, one of the outside linebackers out, and then they'll mug with their user, which is directly over the center, and that typically will get somebody to come in free. But once again, the way that I play offense, I've got a good play action play, a really good play action play. I've got a couple RPOs that I really like. When I audible over to other plays, right, I've got good play action plays. So I'm not going to get hit with any of these loopers. And then if they send the edge heat, for the most part, I'm able to, easily dissect that and get some good stuff going there. Here, got a pretty poor juke animation. Probably should have spun with Reggie right there. We go ahead and pick up the first down, but that should have been a bigger play than what it was. Yeah, I'm so used to juking because of my off tackle run out of Alabama, which is what I've been messing with before I switched over to this offense. And here, once again, I know he's running a lot of man coverage. I'm going to go ahead, try to hit this running back wheel route out of the backfield. He's a bit slow with his user. We get a good pass lead and get into the end zone. So we are going to go up 14-0 and back on offense. Here, we're running the same blitz, just a different version of it. We expected the run, which is what we got right there. And you can see that this formation, although it's not the best run D in the game, that probably goes to either 3-4 or 4-3, even 6-1. It does good enough in the sense of I can stop most runs fairly easy. Here, he's going to go to the direct snap. Once again, completely running a lot of the meta scumbaggish type of stuff. And yeah, we shut that down. You saw I shifted my line one way to set up a blitz, and then once I thought he was going back to the direct snap, I just motioned the D-line over. And then we got it stopped that way. Here, I don't know what happened. Because I had ran my play flipped the previous play, I was on the wrong safety. I'm trying to set up my adjustments, not realizing I was the guy responsible for the tight end. He quick hikes, throws the drag route to a guy that's not covered, picks up some good yards. So it's probably his best play that he's gotten off at this point. Here, sending the looper, he's going to hit another drag route once again. I don't know if that's to the tight end. Is that Pitts? I think it might be the tight end again. And that's just something that in man coverage is super hard to deal with. So here, once again, we're going to go back to zoning out the right side. And you see we got the looper coming in. Sack right at the middle. He really can't go anywhere because, like I said, he can't roll to the right very easy. So we got a guy 94 speed running directly up the A-gap. It's going to be kind of hard to pass the ball if you don't really know how to pick this blitz up. And the way that you pick the blitz up is to call play action plays. So you can block and slide and do stuff like that, but we have counters to pretty much all of that. Here, he does go to a play action play, so you see he picks the blitz up, but he doesn't have the routes that he really needs to beat it. So it's 4th and 15. He's going to go ahead and go for it. He goes back to a different 5 wide. This is one thing that you see a ton of in college football compared to Madden. You see people go to 5 wide at just an astronomical rate. And against a defense like this, right, I'm only sending 4 people. I'm zoning out. I've got everybody manned up. And we get instant pressure, and you can't roll. So that's, like I said, that's a huge downside to Michael Vick. But we take complete advantage of it. So here we're going to go ahead, look to throw the corner out or the crosser. I have the corner, chose not to really throw it. I was worried about his ability to switch stick me right there. So just took the easy yards. I'm up 14. I want to make sure I get points here because I feel like if I get points, this game's over. So kind of limited what I was going for there. Here, we're going to go right back to the running back streak wheel route combo, the backside zig. We hit the zig, pick up 10, 11 yards, get to a 1st and goal from, the 3-yard line here. 15 seconds left, so I burn a timeout. And at this point, it's just, essentially 2 runs and then a pass or 2 if I need to. So I'm going to come out, run the speed option. This is a really good speed option to run with Vic. When you do run plays that are quarterback runs, you don't have to worry about the little hitch route. So Vic is able to, use design QB runs to that side. And then as you guys saw with the very first clip of this video, my opponent comes out in Wildcat. I'm expecting him to, try to bust off a run, not really paying attention. I realize it at the last second, and this quarterback absolute lasers me to DK Metcalf. And I think that's Revis that just got absolutely torched. So we're in full control of the game, up 21-0. He scores on the last play before half, and now we're back in hell, basically, because he gets a score here. It's a one-score game. So got to play defense. You can see I've been pretty much dominating this game. And he has, at this point, pretty much abandoned the run game. Not for any other reason than it really wasn't working. Here, you see, he should have thrown a pick. He tries to step up with Vic, and that contain that I have on the left side is annoying him is just enough to where, he steps up, makes a throw a little bit late, and we should have gotten the pick. Unfortunately, we just swatted down. Keeping it moving here, I'm just mixing up some of my zones, and here I absolutely blow a coverage, and he misses the touchdown. He had the post for the touchdown, ends up hitting, I think, the in route, maybe? The running back. So it's the running back out of the backfield. That was a pretty contested throw right there as well. So, yeah, kind of happy that he didn't see the touchdown, but also kind of annoyed at the same time. Here, he's going back to a play action play. I thought it was an RPO. He has the streak, but Revis is able to knock that one down. The one thing I will say about this game that frustrates me beyond there's nothing that frustrates me more, is the fact that you can just throw blind stuff and be able to catch it. Like, I've never seen a game to where, like Madden, you have it, but there's knockouts and you have knockout abilities. This game, the knockout abilities don't really activate that well, and it is so hit or miss in terms of, if the ball gets knocked out. There, luckily for us, it did. Unfortunately, the next play, he runs around like a crackhead with Vic, dumbs out my contain, and ultimately gets the huge play. So 21-7, he's driving. He's completed 5 out of 14 passes. Honestly, I didn't feel like he should even have those yards or that touchdown, but yeah, Vic threw an absolute dart on the Wildcat. So here he goes to trips tight end. He mixed this in throughout the game, but once again, we're screaming at him. It's going to be so difficult, even with play action, to get away from this blitz. I had the ability to get the pressure in if I know it's play action, but for the most part, I'm just really sending the 4-man blitz and saying, beat the zone or man coverage, whatever I'm putting out there. Now, I do have man abilities on my players, but I do zone out pretty frequently. So, like, here's just another example, right, to where I'm mixing in the zone coverage behind it. It looks like man coverage initially, and by the time that you figure out it's not man coverage, you pretty much have to either check it down short or you're getting screamed at. And there you see, once again, 94 speed coming right up the middle. You don't have all day by any means to get this pass off. So it is now 4th and 33. You would assume at this point he's going to go for it. He kind of has to, just by the way that the score is and how he hasn't really been able to stop me. He goes back to this doubles formation, and we're going to go ahead and send 6. He took too long figuring out what he was doing, so now instead of 4th and 33, it's 4th and 38, which, I mean, in all reality, does that 5 extra yards matter all that much? Once again, here we're going to zone out just enough people to where we feel good at not getting bombed, but we also know we're going to get the A-gap pressure regardless of what he does. You see he blocks the running back. Doesn't matter. And we go ahead and get the fumble and the ball. So it is 21-7. We are on, the 33-yard line or so, 32-yard line. And at this point, I'm feeling extremely comfortable. I don't feel like he has an answer for me on offense or on defense. So we're going to go ahead, call a couple of the runs, see if we can pop one of them. Like I said, I do have Reggie Bush, who is the best back in the game. And if I need to pass the ball, I feel like I can. I don't feel like he's got anything for me at this point. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to set a couple audibles here, just, looking around, seeing what other things I might have. And then we're going to end up back in, the gun deuce close, because we're going to need to pass. Like, this is pistol deuce close. I just called the stretch. I was running out of time. Didn't want to burn a timeout. So we call the stretch, just hike the ball, try to pick up a couple yards. And unfortunately, we lose a yard. So 3rd and 7 here. Once again, like I said, I go back to the gun deuce close, I believe. And you can see I'm literally just looking through my plays, just trying to see if there's anything, anything that looks cute. This is this is exactly what I'm talking about earlier, though, where I said, like, I just give my opponent chances to stay in games for no reason. He's shown no ability to stop me outside of a dumb mistake on my part. And instead, I'm just, lollygagging around. Let's see what we can look into. Here, I know he's in man coverage trying to send the blitz. We go ahead, go to the corners and goes play. I've got 2 tight ends on whip routes. They both beat their man coverage. I know I'm going to pick up at least 6-7 yards, which is basically what we get. And we get the first down. His user has to essentially pick and choose. Does he guard the crosser? Does he guard the zigs? He chose option C, which was guard nothing. Here, we're going to go ahead. Absolutely love this play. This is a play that is going to beat man coverage every which way. We have the tight end drag. We throw it. Vernon Davis walks into the end zone, and we're up 21 again. So, once again, feel extremely confident that we're going to, get out of here with a dub. So, just playing the same defense that I was. I don't need to get any more aggressive than I have been. You see, he's coming out in, completely random sets now. He's basically just looking for any play action play that he has to take away the blitz. There, I was hoping he actually threw that corner out because I switch sticked onto that perfectly, and we should have been able to get that out of there. Here, going to go ahead. He's going to run a fake touch pass or jet sweep, whatever you want to call it, fake jet sweep. But ultimately, it ends up beating me. That's one of those plays where I know that the running back coming out of the backfield beats man coverage, but so does the crosser. I didn't pass commit in that situation, and that meant my blitz didn't come in, which screws me. Needless to say, 28-7. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything really crazy at this point. It's the 4th quarter. He's in position to score, but at the same time, I know that he doesn't really feel comfortable against this defense. So, ends up picking up 6 yards on first down, throwing the drag route. He's in 5 wide. I know he can't pick up this blitz from 5 wide. Here, he goes for the screen. Should have been picked. Ultimately, we drop it. And now it's 3rd and 4. So 3rd and 4, he comes out and trips tight end. And once again, I'm slow with my adjustments here. And you see just quick hike, boom, tight end slant or slant out or smart routed corner out, whichever one you want to call it. Walks into the end zone, hits a little dance. Kyle Pitts right there. Every time he went to trips tight end previously, I play that side manually. And I just didn't. I got caught, asleep at the wheel, basically. Here you see I go ahead, do the same thing, peel back across the middle, and Mike Vick's fast. That time he is able to escape Max Crosby in the contain, and he's going to go ahead and get into the end zone. So 28-15. I know at this point he's got to onside kick me, so we come out onside kick, recovery, or base onside, whatever you want to call it. We are going to get the onside kick, and then it's pretty much ideally a situation where we're going to go ahead and milk the clock. Now, the one downside to this offense is I don't have like a truly dominant run game. I've got decent runs. I've got a great passing game, but I don't really have any duos. I don't really have any off tackles. So the run game is kind of lacking in the sense of just being able to run no matter what my opponent does. Here you see I try to catch my opponent slipping with a bubble screen. That's one of the plays that I literally just labbed up, right there in the game. No idea if it was going to work. It was like, this play looks cool. Let's audible to it. Here, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to throw the RPO, I believe. Yep. So part of the allure of this offense and the reason I am in this playbook compared to others is the RPO peak stick and also the wheel flat RPO. They're both just very good. very good RPOs to have in the game. And in the scheme, the overall, aspect of it, I really like the ability to have that. Here, once again, he goes to this pinch everybody alignment at a 3-4, and we're going to go ahead and hit him with a touch pass. This is pretty much, like I said, if you have one bad step with a user, it can be ball game. So against double mugs and the 3-4 pinch meta, I really like having the ability to audible into the touch pass. I do have passing plays out of that set that I can use. I don't really showcase that in this game, but I do have the ability to do it. And then as you can see throughout the course of this entire gameplay, I can pretty much pass just at will out of this gun deuce close formation. I've got one good tight end. The other one, this Jack guy, he's high overall, but doesn't have the best route running or speed stats. I don't know. He's somebody that I pulled B&D, so that's who we use. Here we're going to go ahead and look for a 2-point conversion play. This is a play that I've seen actually work in Madden, and I don't really know who put this one out there. It's pretty good in Madden, so I went to it. I don't really have dominant 2-point conversion plays. Fortunately for me, he didn't really blitz anybody, and we go ahead and, find somebody open there. Here, setting the pressure. Once again, he's back in 5 wide, just chucking a streak, I believe, and we actually knock it out. Those are those 50-50 jump balls that allow people to stay in games with me, so I'm glad I was able to knock that one down. Once again, 5 wide. You can tell people aren't super confident in 5 wide. Or just for the amount of people that go to 5 wide, right? Like, there's just so many people that will, every key down, they go to it. Here, he goes back to trips tight end. He got me last time. Not going to get me this time. I'm going to go ahead, take away the corner route, make him think I'm guarding that. And then we're going to go ahead and jump back over the middle, hit a post. Boom. We get the user lurk. And that's going to be ball game. He's going to get up out of there, and we're going to win our first Gauntlet game of the day. And we're going to keep this thing moving until we get all of our wins.